think Denver, obviously a live home dog. But here again, I wanted to talk about, I always have a theme with my games. And my theme with the Rams with their step up in class offensively against Arizona. I think this is another example where, Denver's defense has been lights out, 26 points allowed in 3 games. But they played 3 of the worst offensive teams in football: the Giants, the Jaguars, and the Jets. The triple J's, Giants with the G, Jaguars and Jets. And they've allowed just, 26 points. All 3 games have gone under. I think it's very misleading, though. If you look at those 3 opponents overall in the season, they're averaging, barely over 5 yards per play. Those 3 opponents, even the other games combined, average just 14 points a game. So this is a huge step up in class because I do think Baltimore is still a capable offensive team, Prez. I agree with you. They are overrated overall. And I think it's a lot on the defensive side. This team has given up over 8 yards per pass, over 28 points a game, over 6.5 yards per play. So the question becomes, why did they lay an egg last week? As you said, a couple things. First of all, huge sandwich game, just a letdown game in general. And I mentioned this on my Fade the Public video, what a terrible spot it was for him. And when I posted that video up late Friday night, we put it up Saturday, Lamar Jackson was still questionable, even though he had practiced on Friday. He'd been out all week with a non-COVID illness. He missed practice all week until Friday. He played okay, but, the offense still was rusty. I think it makes some sense there. But bigger picture, they had the huge Monday night overtime blown lead loss against Las Vegas. Then they had the huge Sunday night come from behind win against Kansas City. It was the ultimate flat spot last week at Detroit, at a bad non-conference opponent. So I think we just scratch a line through that game. I do think they'll play better this week. But instead of trying to guess the side, I'm going to look at the over in this one. And this one is a much more reasonable number, around 44, 44.5. I think it should be higher. Once again, this line is deflated because of Denver's defensive numbers, which have come against very weak opponents. I think both offenses move the ball in this game, and we're getting almost a 10-point lower line than the last one we just talked about. And I'll look at the over to Baltimore and Denver on late Sunday afternoon.